Oh, you think because you are beautiful and you can boss me around just because you have a pretty face? Oh, I get it. You deserve everything, right? But you see, one day, I will find a way to ruin you. I will do something so terrible that you regret being my sister. Mark today's word.
Once upon a time, in a small village called Ekedo, there were two sisters named Mbore and Ifunanya. They were the daughters of a poor farmer, but despite their family struggles, they had each other. The two sisters were very different, not just in how they looked, but also in how they behaved. Ifunanya, the younger sister, was beautiful. Her skin was smooth, and her hair shined like the sun. Wherever she went, people would praise her beauty. But more than her looks, Ifunanya was kind and gentle. She always smiled and wished well for others. On the other hand, Mbore, her elder sister, was not as lucky. She had a twisted face. Her nose was cracked. Her eyes were small and squatting, and her body was bent in a strange way. Because of this, people often laughed at her, called her names, and refused to be her friend. Unlike Ifunanya, who loved everyone, Mbore was filled with jealousy and bitterness, especially towards her sister. She felt that life was unfair and that her beauty was stolen by Ifunanya. Despite the way people treated her, Ifunanya always loved her sister deeply. She never once made Mbore feel less than she was, and always spoke kind words to her. Ifunanya would always say, "Mbore, you are beautiful in your own way. Don't let anyone make you feel bad about yourself." Every day in their small mud house, the two sisters fought. They would quarrel about everything: food, clothes, and even small chores. Mbore hated doing housework, but whenever it was her turn to wash the plates or sweep the compound, she would argue with Ifunanya. "Why must I always wash the plates? You are the one everyone likes. You should do all the work," Mbore would shout. Ifunanya, in her calm voice, would say, "Mbore, it is only fair that we share the work. I do my part and you do yours. It is not about who looks better. It is about working together as sisters." But Mbore never listened. She would stomp her feet, roll her eyes, and sometimes throw plates to the ground in anger. When they ate, Mbore would try to take more food, and if Ifunanya did not let her, she would shout even louder.
Oh, you think because you are beautiful and you can boss me around just because you have a pretty face? Oh, I get it. You deserve everything, right? But you see, one day, I will find a way to ruin you. I will do something so terrible that you regret being my sister. Mark today's word.
Ifunanya never fought back. Instead, she wished for peace in her heart. "I wish Mbore could see how much I love her," she would whisper to herself. "I wish she knew that beauty is not everything." Jealousy inside Mbore grew stronger every day, and she started to despise Ifunanya. At night, when they are sleeping, Mbore would lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, her thoughts dark with anger. She would whisper to herself,
"Why is Ifunanya so lucky? Why does everyone love her and hate me? One day, I will make her suffer. She thinks she's better than me because she's beautiful, but I will show her that looks are not everything."
One evening, after another day of hearing endless compliments about Ifunanya's beauty, Mbore couldn't take it anymore. She stormed out of their home and ran deep into the forest. She cried and shouted to the heavens, "Why? Why am I the only one with this ugly face? Why must I suffer?" As Mbore sat by the river, tears streaming down her face, she heard a strange voice behind her. It was an old woman, bent over with age, her eyes sharp and knowing. "My child," the old woman said softly, "I have been watching you for a long time. I know the pain you feel. I know what it is like to be unloved, to be unwanted." Settled, Mbore turned to look at the old woman. "Who are you?" she asked, weeping her tears. "I am someone who can help you," the old woman replied with a mysterious smile. "I can give you the power to make your sister feel the same pain you do. You can take away her beauty, and she will suffer just like you have." Mbore's heart raised. The thought of seeing Ifunanya suffer for once excited her. How? How can I do it? The old woman handed Mbore a small silver mirror. Take this mirror and hid it under your sister's bed. Every night, before she sleeps, make sure she looks into it. Soon, her beauty will begin to fade and she will become like you. Without thinking twice, Mbore grabbed the mirror and hurried home. That night, she placed it under Ifunanya's bed while she slept, her heart pounding with anticipation. Mbore waited eagerly over the next few days, watching Ifunanya carefully every morning. Each day, Ifunanya would wake up, look into her regular mirror, and smile at her reflection, still as beautiful as ever. Mbore's frustration grew. Why is nothing happening? She whispered to herself, pacing back and forth in her room. The old woman promised this mirror would change everything. Finally, after about a week, Mbore noticed something strange. One morning, after Ifunanya woke up, she hesitated in front of her mirror as usual. Her eyes lingered on her reflection longer than usual, and she frowned silently. That's odd. Ifunanya murmured to herself, rubbing her eyes. Did I sleep poorly last night?
Mbore peeked around the corner, holding her breath. She could tell that something was beginning to change.
Over the next few nights, Ifunanya's dream became worse. Each time she slept, she found herself in a dark place by the black water, staring at the twisted version of herself. And each time, the reflection looked more real, more menacing. During the day, Ifunanya's appearance began to change too. Her smooth skin became rough, her hair lost in luster, and dark circles formed under her eyes. People in the village who once complimented her on her beauty began to whisper behind her back, "What is happening to Ifunanya? She doesn't look like the same anymore," they would say. Ifunanya was heartbroken. She did not understand what was happening to her. Every time she looked into her mirror, she saw the changes in her appearance. Her beautiful face was slowly becoming unrecognizable, and she felt as though something was pulling her into darkness. She tried to tell Mbore about the nightmares, about how she was seeing herself in a strange dark place, but Mbore would only struggle. "Maybe you're just tired, Ifunanya," Mbore said, hiding her satisfaction. Inside, she was stripped. The mirror was working, and soon, Ifunanya's beauty will be gone for good. One night, after another terrifying dream, where the reflection nearly pulled her into the dark water, Ifunanya woke up with a start. This time, she noticed the faint glowing under her bed. Confused, she got up and pulled out the silver mirror. "What is this?" Ifunanya whispered to herself, turning the mirror over in her hands. She had never seen this mirror before. As she looked into it, her heart sank. The twisted version of herself from her nightmares appeared in the mirror, staring back at her with cold, empty eyes. Terror gripped Ifunanya. She dropped the mirror, realizing it was somehow connected to the nightmares and the strange changes in her appearance. Desperate to understand what was happening, immediately she woke Mbore up. "Mbore, do you know anything about this mirror?" Ifunanya asked, holding it up. For a moment, Mbore hesitated, guilty washing over her. But then she saw Ifunanya's face, still beautiful, despite the changes, and the jealousy flared up again. "No, I don't know anything about it," Mbore lied. "Why are you so worried? It is just a mirror." "It is just a mirror?" Ifunanya cried. "Every night I see myself in a dark place, and this twisted version of me tries to pull me into the water. And look at me, Mbore. My appearance is changing. I'm becoming someone else." Mbore's heart raised, but she kept her face calm. "Maybe you're just imagining things, Ifunanya," she said, though she knew deep down that the mirror was doing exactly what the old woman had promised. Ifunanya wasn't convinced. She smashed the mirror in the ground. One night, as they were getting ready for bed, Mbore turned to Ifunanya with a sneer on her face. "You think you're so lucky, don't you?" Mbore whispered coldly. "You think being pretty is everything? But I will make sure you regret ever being born." Ifunanya was taken aback. "Mbore, why would you say that? I don't want to fight with you anymore." A few days later, the village had a big festival to celebrate the harvest season. People from all around came to the village square, and there were dances, music, and plenty of food. Ifunanya was excited to attend, but Mbore stayed home, too bitter to join the celebration. At the festival, everyone admired Ifunanya's beauty and kindness. She danced with the other young girls, laughing and enjoying the evening. But as the night went on, something strange happened. Suddenly, there was a loud scream from the edge of the village. People rushed to see what was going on, and there they found Mbore standing near the river, her twisted face filled with anger. She had been hidden in the bushes, watching the festival, and her jealousy had grown so strong that she started to act on her dark promise.
I have had enough. I am tired of being the ugly sister. I am tired of being forgotten. Tonight, I want to make sure Ifunanya never smiles again. I just want to be loved like Ifunanya. I have always felt so lonely, like no one cares about me. Is it too much to ask?
Everyone gasped, and Ifunanya ran to her sister, her heart pounding with fear. Mbore, please stop this. We don't have to fight like this. I love you. I don't want to see you hurt, Ifunanya pleaded. But Mbore's heart was filled with too much hate to listen. She grabbed a nearby stick and charged at Ifunanya, ready to strike her in front of the whole village. Just as Mbore was about to hit her sister, their mother appeared, running from the crowd. She threw herself between the two sisters, shouting, "Stop this madness!" Mbore froze, her stick raised in the air, as she saw the tears streaming down her mother's face. "Mbore, why are you doing this? Your sister has always loved you, and I have always loved you. Why can't you see that?" For the first time, Mbore looked at her mother and Ifunanya with tears filled their eyes. She dropped the stick, her body trembling as she realized what she had almost done.
I am so sorry, Ifunanya. I was so jealous of you. I have been so cruel to you. I did not see how special you were. I was so jealous because of how beautiful and how people have loved you. But I never realized how beautiful your heart is too. I was so wrong. I should have never tried to hurt you. Please forgive me. Please forgive me, my sister. I should have known better. You are my last born. I am older than you. Please forgive me. Please forgive me.
Ifunanya hugged her sister tightly. "Mbore, I care about you. I have always cared. You are my sister, and I will always love you no matter what." Mbore broke down into tears, sobbing in her sister's arms. For the first time in a long time, she allowed herself to feel the love that Ifunanya and their mother had been trying to give her all along. Ifunanya looked at her sister with a kind eyes and said, "Mbore, I am still your sister. I don't know how people see you, but with what I have in my heart, I have always loved you even though you have hated me." Mbore couldn't believe what she was hearing. How could Ifunanya still love her after everything she had done? But deep down, Mbore knew that Ifunanya was right. No matter how ugly someone's face might be, it is the heart that truly matters. At that moment, Mbore felt something she hadn't felt in a long time, regret. She realized that her jealousy and hatred had only made her more miserable. She had tried to hurt her sister, but in the end, she had only hurt herself. From that day on, things changed between the two sisters. Mbore no longer let her jealousy control her, and she began to realize that being loved wasn't about being beautiful on the outside. It was about the kindness and love you show to others. Ifunanya, true to her nature, continued to be kind and patient with her sister. The two of them still had their disagreements, as all sisters do, but they learned to solve their problems with love and understanding instead of anger. Moral lesson: jealousy and anger can destroy even the closest bonds, but love, patience, and understanding can heal even the deepest wound. A sister's love is powerful, and no matter how hard things get, your sister will always be there to protect you. And as a sister or friend, it is important to protect and care for one another rather than letting jealousy and bitterness come between you. The end. Thank you guys for watching my stories, and please come back for more interesting stories. I love you.